Srila Bhakti writes this, not because he wants to make a show, he is humble, or he is feeling like this. We should understand, advanced devotees, when they speak like this, they feel like this. He says, I am addicted to sin throughout my life without performing any pious deed. I have simply been a source of trouble and worry for others. For my own pleasure, I am not afraid of committing sin. I am devoid of pity and full of selfishness. I become sorry at others' happiness. I am an inveterate liar. The miseries of others gives me delight. Selfish desires in my heart are endless. I am arrogant and prone to anger, deluded by the world and the conceit. I decorate myself with pride and envy. So ruined by lethargy and sleep, adverse to pious deeds, I take delight in performing harmful deeds to secure my own name and fame. I am adept in duplicity, lust, and degraded by mundane greed. I have become a regular offender, being rejected by saintly persons for misdeeds. I never do good deeds, and am inclined to only bad habits. Thus I am afflicted by so many miseries. Now in old age, I am helpless and reduced to fallen and devoid condition. Bhaktivinoda presents his miserable case at the feet of the Lord. A nice prayer, not? It makes a show. Srila Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Srila Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Now the last part of this chapter, knowledge-free devotion. So the last sentence was, it is possible to reinstate ourselves with our lost wealth, independent of energy and intellectual research. So we have only to break the seal of the ego, and the natural flow of divine law will come and automatically help its own cause. Such an arrangement is there for us by which we may return home. We won't feel that it is seditious. Seditious, laborious journey. We will be carried by our natural attraction, independent of external guidance. The tendency within us for divine love can understand its own soil. It has that natural gift of attraction. An automatic attraction will be there for our home. No scientific search is necessary. Rather, we will have to put a stop to our intellectualism, ambition and aspiration. It is unnecessary. It is a wild goose chase. It will never help us to reach our goal. The heart will reject that. There will be no room for any suspicion at all. It is an infallible, natural, complete selection. So we should try to find that natural thing which cannot be acquired as the result of any long program of research. It is quite natural. It is only the artificialism within us that must be removed and bid adieu forever. And the direction that we have acquired after so long in our false journey will evaporate out of their own accord. They will present no problem. This is certain. There will be no reaction and no necessity of finding any new discovery or invention. Once achieving that realization, we will see that our progressive knowledge civilization is all redundant. No intellectualism is required. Just as a child knows his mother, we can recognize our real home. In the midst of so many cows, a calf will run to its own mother. They have some instinctive scent or a natural guidance that directs them. In the same way, no trouble, no investigation, no experiment or suspicion is necessary. Devotion to Krishna is automatic, natural, happy, and spontaneous. It is a spontaneous life, an automatic flow, a natural movement. Our real interest is love. Love is independent of everything. It is the innermost substance in our existence. Try to dive deep into reality. We are adored. Dive deep into reality and you will find your home there, in that divine realm. You are a child of that soil. That is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is not a very meager conception, an abstract or hazy dream, but that is the most intense and concrete reality. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu demonstrated by his character, by how intensely he searched for Sri Krishna, and by how intensely and deeply he engaged himself in the Leela of Krishna, ignoring so many facts which seem concrete, the outside world, forgetting everything, despising everything which is so important to us. He neglected all other functions and considerations of duty. He engaged himself in Krishna Leela so deeply and intensely diving deep into it, that it captured his whole heart so much that he was externally found to be helpless. This is very confidential knowledge, or very high understanding. I don't know who can follow this. And even when Srila Goswami Maharaj or the pure devotees speak about the holy name, what he is doing next, then we will find that it's completely different what we heard in our past about the holy name, the meaning, the power, the sweetness. But some may get an idea, or some may remember in a later time, or even the next lifetime, that what the holy name, what is the holy name really? If it is to be effective, or is there any question on that former topic? Good question. And anyone can give answer to whom it has happened already. If it would be so easy to explain with words on the intellectual platform, or the mundane, just by explaining, it would not help us really. Because we have to experience it. Sincerity, Srila Maharaj says this also. Humility and sincerity, these two things will bring us there. Only humility and sincerity. So if I am not sincere, or if I am not humble, I can also not be sincere. Because everything is just a show, external, play, a role. We must, this must go very deep. So that's because Krishna is arranging different situations in our life, where we get the chance to understand, hey, wake up, otherwise you lose. You will have to come again, or you will have to continue in the material world, in the illusion. So he's teaching us that is the mercy of the Lord. So one day when we are getting the taste of the real thing, just a tiny drop. What it means that you get mind, peace and harmony, and a great, great desire to be with the associates of the Lord. Then you will find everything what happened here. You'll find, I don't want to even touch, I don't want to come near. And even if this material world is offering you so many things, you just feel vomiting. You just cry, please, my Lord, don't put me in this hell again. Like this will develop in us such a, and in this way we can make advancement, we can become free. Oh, did they say this now? Could be understood. Sincerity, humility. Sincerity is something very important. And without humility, sincerity cannot be real. And the opposite the same. So I have to be ready to risk, to make the step forward. And I do not know where the next step, if there will be something under my feet or not. No risk, no gain. All risk, all gain. But this you don't believe. We have no faith. Now, if it is to be effective, is this answered? According to, I feel not that I speak it, but I understand what I say. Speak to me. If it is to be effective, the sound of the holy name of Krishna must have a divine quality. Now, Srila was speaking not on the beginning, on the level where we were hearing it in the past, in young. He speaks that on a very high level, what is divine sound. The name of Krishna must have a divine quality. It's not ordinary. The holy name of Krishna, which is infinite, can do away with everything undesirable within us. But the name must be invested with a real spiritual conception. It must not be a mere physical imitation, produced only by the help of the lip and tongue. That sound is not the holy name. If it is to be genuine, the holy name of Krishna, Hari, Vishnu or Narayan, must be Vaikuntha name, Nama. It should have spiritual existence, divine baking. That principle is all in vibrating the holy name. So it means that this name, Krishna, Narayan, Vishnu, they are coming from the transcendental plane. And they transfer when we are chanting with this understanding, they are not ordinary names, not ordinary vibrations. We are concerned with sound vibration that has spiritual depth. The physical imitation of the holy name is not a name proper. It is not Shabda Brahma, divine sound. So even if you chant the 24 hours, it may not be a Shabda Brahma. There's no divinity there. It's not proper. It's not divine sound. Only imitation sound may come from the plane of mundane conception. The holy name of Krishna means divine sound. It must have some spiritual background. Something spiritual must be distributed through the physical sound. Can anybody understand what is a spiritual sound and what is material sound? The difference. Yeah.
Spiritual sound is something which one cannot hear with the ears, maybe something going beyond this physical dimension.
You are Jnani, yes. You may understand like this, but we do not realize this. Like when our Guru Maharaj came in the room, when he was speaking, even he's speaking in Austria, so I was sitting there and I felt he's speaking with me. I do not know Oriya language. There's something else, divine. It is beyond. It will not reach every soul. But if we are fortunate, so something spiritual must be distributed through the physical sound. In the case of a capsule of medicine, the capsule is not the medicine. The medicine is within. Oh. Radhe, Radhe. Welcome. Hare Krishna. The capsule is not the medicine. The medicine is within the capsule. So the Krishna Ram sound is not the real. It is inside. So I do not know how to explain this. But we must experience it. So one capsule may look like another, but within one capsule there may be medicine, and within another there may be cyanide. The capsule itself is not the medicine, so it is not the sound of Krishna's name that is Krishna. Krishna is within the sound. The holy name must be surcharged with proper spirit, not any mundane sentiment. Like if pure devotee chant name Krishna, Krishna, Krishna may manifest. He is there. What is the difference? In the I chant, I am not seeing. The holy name must be surcharged with proper spirit, not any mundane sentiment. Even the followers of the impersonal Shankar school have faith that the name is not confined within the jurisdiction of physical sound. They consider it to be within the mental plane, within the plane of Shataguna. Unfortunately, they think that the holy name is the product of Maya, or misconception. And so they conclude that the names of Hari, Krishna, Kali and Shiva are all one and the same. The Ramakrishna mission and the Shankar school both preach in that way. But that conception also has its origin in the plane of misunderstanding. So the divine sound of pure name, Shuddha Nam, must have its origin beyond the area of misconception or Maya. The extent of Maya is up to the highest planet in the material world. Satyaloka, beyond Satyaloka is the Viraja River and the world of consciousness, Brahmaloka, and then the spiritual sky, Bhagavyoma. So the pure name of Krishna must have its origin in Bhagavyoma, the spiritual sky. This is, of course, this sounds theoretically now, but we should know where it comes from a place where we are not yet have been, or we are not have seen this. And if we are to examine it further, the holy name of Krishna really comes from the most original plane of all existent, Braja, Goloka. So, according to this understanding, the sound must have its origin in the highest plane of the spiritual world, in Vrindavan. If it is to be considered the genuine Krishna Nam, the mere physical sound is not the holy name of Krishna. A true conception of the holy name is necessary, not only to free us from this world of misconception, but also for the attainment of service to Krishna in Vrindavan. Only that true name of Krishna, which has its origin in the plane of Vrindavan, can lift us up and take us there. Otherwise, although the spirit is within the name, if the sound we vibrate is based on any other conception, it may only take us to that layer of conception. This is quite scientific. It's not unreasonable. The mere word Krishna is not the holy name. What is important is the meaning of the sound and the depth of meaning, the depth conception of the meaning of the name. That is everything. It is all important in serving our purpose. That's a nice story that illustrates this point. When our spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, was a young boy, both he and his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, went to visit the holy place of Kulinagram, which is located in the Hooghly district near Kolkata. Kulinagram was a village where the great devotee Haridas Thakur, as well as other famous Vaishnavas, used to live, and was the home of 4 generations of devotees. So they went to visit that ancient holy place, and just on the outskirts of Kulinagram, as they were entering the village, they passed by an old temple. Suddenly a man came out of the temple and humbly asked them, please stay the night here. In the morning you may enter the village and take darshan of all the places there. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our Guru Maharaj, who at the time was a young boy, stayed the night in the temple house. Just after nightfall, as they were resting, Bhaktivinoda Thakur experienced something unusual. He found that brick bats were being thrown about from different directions. He thought, how is this happening and why? Who would throw big brick bats like this? Then he had some apprehension that there might be ghosts living here, there, creating disturbance. He began loudly chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. After some time, the disturbance disappeared, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta passed the rest of the night there peacefully. In the morning, they entered the village and began visiting different holy places. After some time, one of the local gentlemen noticed them and said, "You entered our village early in the morning. Where do you come from? Where did you spend the night?" Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, "We stayed in that temple just outside the village there." One of them said, "Oh, how could you stay there? So many ghosts live there, and throw stones and bricks at anyone who passes by that place at night. How could you stay there?" Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, "Yes, you are right. But then I found such a disturbance there, I began to loudly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And subsequently the problem disappeared." The man of the village then asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur, "Who are you? And where are you coming from?" Then they came to know that he was Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They had already heard of him. Some of them had read his books. So they welcomed him, two of them, and showed them all the holy places they had not seen. At one point they said to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, "The gentleman who was formerly the priest of that temple was transformed into a ghost after his departure. Since that time we have regularly seen the disturbances caused by that ghost." Why did he become a ghost? As the priest of the temple, he used to really chant the holy name of Krishna. We have witnessed to that fact. We have all heard him. Why was he turned into a ghost? We cannot understand this. Please explain. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur told them that the priest must have only repeated syllables of the name, the Nam Akshara. What he was producing was only Mayic sound, a physical lip-deep sound. It did not have the spiritual essence. The life of the name was absent when he was chanting. It was Nam Aparada, offensive chanting. Bhaktivinoda Thakur asked them what was his character. He said he was not a good man. He committed many sinful acts that we know, but we can deny the fact that he used to chant the name of the Lord almost always. How could he become a ghost? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained that the physical sound of the name is not the name proper. The priest had been committing offense to the holy name, Nam Aparad, and as a result become a ghost. They asked him, how can he be released from that wretched condition? Bhaktivinoda said, if he meets a bona fide sadhu who has a genuine connection with Krishna, and he hears the real name or the proper explanation of Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam from his lips, then he may be released from his ghostly condition. It is mentioned in the scriptures that this is the only way to become free from the entanglement of material nature. After this discussion, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Swami left Kulinagam. From that day on, all the troubles caused by the ghost of the temple in Kulinagam ceased. The villagers were astonished. One of them said, that priest who had become a ghost must have been released from his ghostly condition after hearing the holy name chanted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. When the trouble began, Bhaktivinoda Thakur loudly chanted the name, and gradually by hearing the holy name of Krishna from his holy lips, that suppressed soul has been liberated from his condition as a ghost. After that, many people yearned to see Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They would tell him, we are confident that you are a great Vaishnava. After hearing the holy name of Krishna from your lips, a ghost has been released. This story was published in the newspapers, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada used to recount the story of his own experience with Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The point is that simply the external sound of the name is not the real name. The most important thing is the spiritual realization backing the name. That is the real name. Otherwise, a tape recorder can pronounce that holy name of Krishna. Even a parrot can pronounce the name. But the physical sound is not the thing itself. In the background there must be spiritual truth, which is conscious. That super knowledge is beyond the knowledge of this mundane plane. So this holy name is very essential. We should finish that like this. Not today. Anything? Any question? Any? Yes.
Maintain the connection. Sometimes we may get some realization, but we cannot maintain.
We have to establish our relationship with living Guru. It's important in our state, on our plane, where we are. Because when you have realized during the time Guru was present that like, let's say, this given, like this information is given, that when Guru Maharaj thinks of you, he can tell you something, and you may sit far away from him, And Guru may know what's going on with you. And you may also know that Guru Maharaj wants this and wants this. When you have established such a relationship, then you're on a safe plane. Then you understand something. But as long as we have not established this such a relation with a pure soul, we are not able to, because why? Our mind is constantly in the external plane. And the holy name is nothing external. And Guru is not belonging to this external world. He is a transcendental personality. He is eternally. He is not dying. When he leaves, he is not dying. We have always, this connection will always be there. And not only with him, with all those who are living there. That Guru Maharaj once he told us, you must know your family in the Vrindavan. You must study, know the mentality, and like this, all these things with the help of Guru, it can, when we are connected. But as long as we speculate on our own plane, on our mental speculation, or trying to find on the intellectual platform how it works, there's no possibility. This is, but we are, it seems impossible, but it is possible. It is just depending on us. If I want it, I can get it. We got this material world now, we got this and that and whatever, we decided. So why not go back home, where we are coming from? It is up to us. In this Bhaktivinoda Thakur Samara Jivana. So he's not this, he feels the feeling of where he is living, you know. And he projected on himself. I am so fallen, all bad qualities. Now I'm getting old. Now he is hoping for the mercy to get help. Like this attitude has to be there. It's always a very simple principle. We cannot go there with our opinion, what I think or what. No. We are not the masters. We are not because of our desire I will go there. Now I have the right because I know all this. Disqualified. Okay, this. Happy? I forgot the question. Jai Srila Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi.